But first, let's go right to the source. John Lauro is an attorney for former President Donald Trump, representing him in the Jack Smith probe, and he joins us now. John, thank you so much for being with us. So the president was told to appear. The president was told to appear before a grand jury just down the street from where we are here in Washington by Thursday. He didn't do it. What was the thinking about him not appearing?
Well, look what's happening to our beautiful country. For the first time in our history, a sitting president is using the Department of Justice to go after a political opponent criminally, while that political opponent is leading in the polls. And it's quite interesting. On Sunday night, the president gets an invitation to appear before a grand jury in the same week that Joe Biden is ensnarled in a massive bribery allegation, and at the same time that the President Trump is leading in the polls. So something's going on here that's not quite right. But there's no need to appear in front of any grand jury right now. President Trump did absolutely nothing wrong. He's done nothing criminal, and he's made his case that he was entitled to take these positions as president of the United States. When he saw all these election discrepancies and irregularities going on, he did what any president was required to do, because he took an oath to do exactly that.
All right, we'll dig more into that in just a minute. But first, you're going to be solely focused on the Jack Smith investigation into the aftermath of the 2020 election. You're also part of the team that was trying to dig into whether others in the former president's orbit received target letters like he did. What have you found?
Well, the bottom line is that the special prosecutor, which is really the Biden Justice Department, is after President Trump, and that's the focus. And they're accusing the president of two things, essentially. Number one, that there was some kind of effort to obstruct the January 6th count. The only thing that President Trump asked is a pause in the counting so those 7 contested states could either re-audit or recertify. I've never heard of anyone get indicted for asking for an audit. What President Trump was looking for was the truth, was to find out exactly what happened in those 7 contested states. That's just not criminal. The other statute that they're looking at is whether or not President Trump intimidated anyone or ballot stuffed. And that's an example of really the criminal justice system being used against the victim. Because here, what the president was seeing in real time after November is all these election discrepancies, all these unlawful acts at a state level. And what he asked ultimately is to find out the truth and get to the truth. And that's just not criminal.